faith. This is a continuation to the deliverance of pornography. And where we left off, the video cut off, and we're going to pick up from there. I think that was the third video. So this will be the fourth one. Where we're going to pick off is where we're going to pick up is where we left off is if the smallest, let's say the size of a lint ball, a small size lint ball, if fear is able to be that size, can get inside your soul, it's going to grow. It's going to grow beyond the size of a house. It's going to grow beyond the size of the world because your world will be consumed with it. Because it's going to grow. You're going to make decisions based upon that fear to run away from fear. To run away from fear. So it's a web of lies. It's a web of fear that you constantly entangle yourself with. But every time that you are confronted, or when fear is giving you an invitation, there's an invitation to walk in love, to face that fear. And every time you face that fear, you knock down a block. You knock down a block. You knock down a block. You will do it so much that it's not even you that's doing, you're just walking. And fear itself is just falling. You're not putting no effort. And all the while you're falling, blessings are just coming. Blessings is just coming. Blessings is not fame, fortune, things that you can see. Blessings are spiritual inheritance from the Father. That you're walking in this such authority on the earth. Wherever that you go, say, and do, people all around you are blessed. You're not going there talking about I'm this or I'm that. It's that the presence of you is so anointed. Without you, it just people just love to be around you. Not to bring misery, but they always like they're trying to bring you gifts. They're always just trying to bless you because you're such an outlet to a good source. So fear wants to take our soul away from that drop of love, because once we get a drop of love inside of us, and we continue to be around love, the atmosphere of that drop, it grows, and you start to show your dominance on the earth, where everything around you obeys. If you want to see it act, okay, the Bible itself is revealing itself on the earth now. If anybody's paying attention, the Bible itself is revealing itself. And I'm not talking about people talking about the end times, and okay, that is showing itself too. But there was a story about Daniel in the lion's den. How he didn't want to serve the king, or no. That wasn't serve the king. That was Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Daniel was considered a liar. That's Joseph that did that too. Daniel, how did Daniel end up in the lion's den? He wouldn't do something, and he got thrown into the lion's den. Well, anyway, any which way it go, he's in the lion's den. Now, anybody know, we all know this. If you're around one lion and you're in their territory, they're going to attack you because you are in violation to their territory. So if you in a pit or a place where there's multiple lions around you and not one of them is attacking you, that shows that you have great power, because they have accepted you as not a threat, but as something that's okay. That's not a threat, so they don't have to protect themselves. So the show demonstrates if that's written in the Bible, we are seeing the living acts of that now on the earth. There's a gentleman on YouTube by the name of the Lion Whisperer, where he surrounded around lions. He raised lions and everything. So the sole purpose of why he wanted the lions, or whatever he's doing what he's doing, is because that he saw the lions being killed and all that other good stuff, and he wanted a place for them where they can actually not be in such environment, right? Okay. So the lions accept him as their very own, as not a threat. There's no way you can go to a lioness and be able to take one of her cubs. Not even a male itself, unless they is the father. And actually, to show a hostile pride takeover, the new lion that comes in after he moves out the old lion comes in and kills the cub. But she doesn't do anything towards that lion, that male lion. All right. So anyway, so if a lioness is welcoming a person, you can touch my cub, that means they see great power. And remember, he's doing this out of the act of love. He don't want he do not want to see these lions get killed. So he get them as cubs, whatever else, and he raised them. And he's bringing in hyenas. He's bringing different other animals. And they all, if you look at the Lion Whisperer on YouTube, you will see how they just overwhelmingly in love with him. They're just in love with him. It's not just like they're a pet, like we all had house cats or whatever else, and we know if that cat loves us or not. It's just always around us, and it's a certain spirit that comes out of that cat that it just covers us, and we know that it loves us. It's not threatened by us. It doesn't want to bring harm and all that stuff. So this is the Lion Whisperer is the example that the Bible is alive on the earth. A person says like, well, that been happening even before the Lion Whisperer. Exactly. Because that person put love first in front of fear. So just imagine what if you put love first in front of fear. The blessing comes. The blessing comes. This guy don't have to worry about anything because he's walking out of love. Now, how is he able to supply all those animals? Supply those lions and everything else. That's not his job anymore. He's walking in love. Now that's God's responsibility. This is why the enemy doesn't want us to walk in love, regardless of what we see. Human trafficking. We see the worst of the violence of those that's supposed to love us is actually walking in fear, and they actually hurting us. Regardless of what we see, you are still a deciding factor to walk in love or fear. Regardless whatever that a person is telling you, whatever that you see on social media, whatever you see on the news, you're still a deciding factor to walk in love or not, to walk in love or fear. The scripture says, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So if you walk in fear, you're going to do things out of fear. And you can't help but to be blessed. Everything that you get it has to fall apart. You have to settle this one decision. Well, you have to draw the line with this. There's nothing greater than love. If anything is going to be greater to love, it's going to be fear. So this is the decision that the person has to decide. If there's nothing greater than love, or there's something greater to love, and that is fear. You have to pick a side, love or fear. With that being said, my people of faith, when you walk in love, when you invite love, when you're humble to love, you can pray love or speak love, then now love is coming to a full circle. It's coming to a full circle. Now you can look in the mirror and always see love, and you always have a reason to smile. And whenever you smile, everybody around you that's a part of it, around it, that's in the atmosphere of it, is blessed. My people of faith, you are the blessed. Let's be the blessing. Let's keep walking.